I mean, I think they're third in expected goals, right? They're going to put up an awful lot of opportunity. And they are just waiting to break out. You just don't want to be the team that they do. And they've had a very, very difficult start, but there's too many veteran players there for you to expect that to continue. It's not. So all the rules apply. I mean, the simplest one is it's not even time, because they don't need much time. It's the space that you let them play on. So if you turn this into a track meet, you lose because they're faster. So control the pucks in certain areas. There has to be a certain amount of physicality to our game. And then I think mentally not expecting a wide open game. That's sometimes you get into these and you expect the track meet and it becomes a grinder and you're uncomfortable with it. It's that, well, that's the game we want to play. We've come off the West Coast. You're always aware of those challenges. We were really good with it last year, but that is more of an aberration in the NHL to be able to come off the West Coast and play well. So we got some challenges tonight.
Coach has the opportunity to center that top line. What are you expecting to see from him?
The growth that we've seen in a year. I think we went into Edmonton about this time last year, and from that point to this point, he's been a completely different player. That line the other night, they weren't just good in the game. I mean, the hockey that they played made a lot of our video yesterday just because it was unusually good. Like those three guys were fantastic together, so I broke them up. But Barkov went down, and we need somebody to come in. And you may see Lusteran go up on the wing with them and play against either McDavid or Draisaitl tonight. They were that good for us in the playoffs last year. They would play against Matthews, and they would play against Aho, and they played against all the other teams best, and they were great.
I mean, how much of a challenge is it going to be for him to take over that number one matchup against Connor McDavid?
Well, it's a challenge because it's just such a unique player. Like if you were just talking the general number one center on another team, you would say that, he can do it. Like that's what he's training for. He wants to be that guy. He doesn't have to do it for 82, but he can do it tonight for sure. And then you get this Connor McDavid, and both of those guys really are unique players, truly unique. The size of Draisaitl, the power on his face-offs alone, and his ability to control the puck, and then Connor McDavid's speed, and then all the other skill. But his speed is just not like anybody else's.
With Eck and Montour coming back, and obviously some defensive pairs got switched up. What do you like about the balance now, 1 through 6 on the back end?
Exactly what you just said, the balance of it. The idea that we could take a few minutes off Ekblad and Forsling related to last year, and not and your team isn't necessarily better or worse, it might be better, right? A few minutes less, they drive harder, but your 5-6 that are taking most of those minutes are really good players, so you still have a chance to get into the 3-hole against other teams and move a puck and create offense. We think our 5-6 match with our third line isn't out there to hold water. It's out there to, a lot of nights, be the advantage for us because the first two lines will saw each other off. And then your third line, sometimes the challenge with your third line is you got good players there, but you can't get them the puck. We can't move the puck off the back end with your third pair, but we should be able to do that.
And to be able to have some right-handed shots from that group now.
Yeah, you know what? I think, I mean, I got 3 breakouts on Ekblad alone, just in my mind, that he made that a left-handed shot can't make easily. He made one tight turn and went up the strong side wall with it, and we're out. Right, so I said earlier, the difference between a really good breakout team and a poor breakout team is only about 1 or 2 a period at most. It's not a huge number. You just need to get that thing out clean once or twice a period, and both those guys did that for us. And a lot of it is, it's not that the other guys weren't skilled enough or didn't play hard enough. It's play in your offside defensive corners. You just can't see the game the same way. You can't move the puck the same way.
It seems like you guys got a legitimate scoring threat on the ice at all times from the back end now that you got Ekblad, Montour back, Ekman Larson on the third pair. I mean, how does that dynamic really fit into this?
Well, we're going to see now because we've, and rightfully so, we like our defensive game. We play pretty hard defensively. It's going to get tested in here tonight, but we compete there. But our offensive numbers, we weren't bragging about, and I'm not really worried about it. But so much of generating offense in this league is getting your defense up the ice. And they were trying to do it, but Montour and Ekblad get up the ice differently, right? Monty's one of the best skating defensemen in the NHL, so he's going to get into holes. So it's almost the same, that we don't need 5 points a night from those two guys. Just one from either of them a night adds a goal to your game alone. So we think just the addition of those two guys will push our offense numbers more into kind of the top 10 where certainly our defensive numbers have been.
It's because it was not the same 6 on D tonight as it
Correct.
was. Okay.
Correct.
Goalie tonight, Coach?
Sergei plays tonight, yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
everybody.
Coach.